Hello everyone, my name is Michael Amek, a second student studying diploma in mechanical engineering at Mbeya University of Science and Technology. My project title is Fish or Sardine Growing and Processing Industry in Tanzania. So, for my project, we are going to look. We first have to look about system mappings or the whole project, or we can call social enterprise, right? So my system mapping is comprised of main five several pillars or phases. So the social enterprise is going to be working in five different phases. The first phase will be dealing with sardine drying services to the local fishers. The second phase will be dealing with equipment manufacturing, or also mostly we can call fishing equipment manufacturing. Okay. So the third phase is going to be dealing with sardine processing. The fourth phase is going to be dealing with sardine farm or aquaculture. We'll be growing sardines and fish, mostly the tilapia fish. Yeah, I think those are the most phases the company or social enterprise will be dealing with. That's what I think is all about. And the revenue stream, we can see here down, the revenue streams are being collected from several phases. There are several sources of these revenue streams. So also we are going to look about the problem to be addressed in the society. As we can see that in Tanzania nation, mostly fish industry suffers from high post-harvest losses because of traditional sun drying. Methods are slow, weather dependent, and vulnerable to the predators. As we can see that most in local regions in Tanzania or in islands, they mostly use this local methods to dry the fishes. So the method are highly faced with bad climatic conditions like rainfall. And as you can see that in those areas there is high rainfall throughout the year in islands in those coastal regions in Tanzania. So they're experiencing high rainfall throughout the year. So the sardines don't get dry well. So this, I think this is the most problems we are going to address. Also, we're going to look on a statement of the desired social outcome. Here, by modernizing fish preservation, here we reduce food wastage or that post-harvest losses, thereby increasing the daily income and financial stability of the local fishers and steady supply of protein-rich food chain. Okay, as you can see that when we introduce this social enterprise, we are going to reduce the food wastage. Also, we are going to minimize the time of drying. So as you can see that in the local region, they use almost 12 to 15 hours of drying. It means that they're going to use 2 days. They dry today, then they're going to finish up drying the products tomorrow. So as after when we introduce this social enterprise, all these services of sardine drying, we are going to use only approximately to 6 hours. As you can see that this is going to minimize the time of drying to these local fishers, and that is very, very valuable to these local fishers. Also, we're going to look about the value propositions. So our venture offers distinct value across 3 different segments. We offer values to the customers by giving them, or by selling these crispy sardines or crispy products or fishes. We are going to sell to them the product which is already processed, which is hygiene. Also, another value proposition is another value we are going to give value to these local fishers. Here to the local fishers, we are going to provide sardine drying services. Okay, so as you can see, these local fishers encounters sardine dryings and this problem. So here we are going to help them as to minimize also the time of drying. Also, another value we are going to give to these local fishers is for aquaculture or fishing sector. So in this fishing sector, we are going to start the manufacturing of modern fishing equipment. As we can see that most local fishers in regions, in lake regions in Tanzania, they are mostly using these local fishing methods or local fishing tools. So what we're going to do is to replace them with modern fishing tools which are durable and are good for environment and so far. So also, I want to look also about the proposed operational model. Our operational model is in hybrid ecosystem, consists of here we have categorized them into three main pillars because the production and processing site we have categorized them into one phase. So these three pillars are production and processing phase. So this phase will be dealing with growing of fish and processing them so that they can reach the targeted market. Also, we will be having another phase which deals with this service provision. We'll be dealing with providing the drying services to the local fishers. And here what we are going to use is not these normal dryers. We have to use those commercial greenhouse dryers so that we can fit the production. Of course, the production there is high. The production of sardine is high. They produce tons and tons of sardine. So what we need is to have a very huge industry for drying. So we are going to introduce these greenhouse commercial dryers to which they will fit the drying of these hundreds of tons of sardines. Okay, so another operational model which we'll be doing is industrial manufacturing. So here this mostly, like I've already said, you are going to deal with manufacturing of these fishing tools like fishing cages. Like we'll be selling these cages to the local fishers who needs also to grow fish. We'll be selling to them. Also, we are going to produce light cages for which will be used during night fishing, the rock shaping, and we will do more research and look what the fishers needs and we will manufacture. Okay. Also, the statement about the next step of our venture is our venture next step are to secure initial fundings, investments, acquire necessary land and facility space near Victoria, and begin a phase layout. Phase 1 will focus on establishing the commercial drying service and small-scale aquaculture to generate high catch flow and build trust with the local fishers, followed by the procurement of manufacturing equipment for the feeds and gear productions. So these gear productions are those equipments for night fishing. Also, we're going to concentrate on the sources of the revenue into our social enterprise. We have different sources of revenue like core product sales. Here we can sell products like sardines, these packaged sardines, okay, per kilogram or per grams. We're going to sell also the fish products to which we have produced and processed, right? Also, another revenue stream revenue source is service-based revenue. So here we're going to charge the fishers, the local fishers, or the traders who will be bringing their products or sardine to dry. There we'll be charging them either it is per kilogram or per what, but we'll be charging them. We will do unnecessary calculations to see what is the best. So also we have another source of revenue is manufacturing equipment. Here we'll be manufacturing the equipment for sale to these local fishers, right? And by products and waste revenues, by products from the fish after fish processing, so also will be sold to different people who will be need on them. So that also will be act as another source of revenue. So the cost structure of the venture is it will be having the variable and fixed structure. So in variable or operational costs, the cost fluctuates based on the production volume. They include fish feeds, electricity, which will heavily used for commercial dryers and cold storage, water management, packaging the materials and fuels for distribution, or for what we can call delivery service. So we'll be having that operational costs. Also, we are going to have this fixed or semi-fixed because these are really stable costs required to keep the business running, like paying salaries to the workers and so on, right? So we are going to see who are the stakeholders. First, we have the investors. As we can see, these are the individual groups who are providing the capital in exchange for the equity. As we can see in our social enterprise, we are much in need of capital so that the industry or the social enterprise may start. Also, we have the customers. These are the individual, household or wholesalers, the retailers, local markets, supermarkets, and the hotels who will be buying our products. And also we have service clients, and here we will be much based on these local officials who will be receiving our drying services. Also, we have the employees. As we can see that the aquaculture needs the experts. We have processing technicians. We have the workers and sales staffs. Who all of these are the employees who will be working together. Also, we have the different government agencies or authorities. So regulatory bodies like fisheries and food safety authorities who providing necessary certifications for our products and to secure our industry at all. Also, we are going to look on the discussion questions which I've provided out. The first discussion question is that, given that our model has multiple revenue streams, we have aquaculture, drying services, and manufacturing of fishing equipment. So, do you recommend launching these simultaneously to create a full ecosystem, or phasing them in one by one so that we can manage the risk? Also, the next question is that, what strategies would you suggest to effectively convenience traditional local fishers to transit from free but risky sun drying to our paid commercial drying services? Okay, thank you for listening me. That was all about my presentation. Michael, I think we are together. Thank you.